Miss Young shivers under the judge's glare, a lost phone, frozen fingers, and excuses that smell like avoidance. A 17-year-old named Godfrey stands between school and the jail cell, the judge's warnings cutting sharper than any charge. But something shifts at the midpoint, a booking date, a GPS condition, and you'll want to know which lifeline snaps first.
Good evening, morning.
Don't look at his computer.
Sorry, I was trying to get the time from him.
How's jail?
Evening. Sorry.
How's jail? Shh.
Treating us beautiful.
You know, we can't get you to come. We can't get you to appear.
Well, what happened was this time?
No, but there's always an excuse. It's really easy to just pick up a phone and call Josh. How hard is that? You know, that's all we literally ask you to do is remain in contact with your lawyer. That's all you got to do.
Yes, sir.
We've repeatedly tried 4 different times. Your lawyer's asking me to let you out to get in this program, but I know if I let you out, you're just going to
No, sir.
take off.
I'll do the program. That's not the problem, sir. Honestly, with the phone situation, that's how he has a whole different number since last time I came. I don't even have that number anymore. And with the transportation part, I don't have a car. So the way I move around is either using the bus or my feet, sir. And last time that I did come, I came on my own. No one told me to come. No one called me. I knew I ended up missing it, and I came.
Unless you're wearing orange. That's the only time we see you.
No, sir. I turned myself in. I came in myself after I missed my court date, and I came in by myself.
When?
I can't give you a date, but if you look on there, I sat here and wait till everybody even left.
Guys, did she turn herself in? She got arrested. Can you tell? If you turn yourself in, that would make me very happy. But if you just got arrested and that's why we have you.
Sir. No, sir. I came to court.
Young, she's on the jail doc. Last page, I think. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I'm not trying to fool anybody, sir. Are you able to look that up for me?
It's okay, yeah.
Okay. Is it on there? Because it was like 2 days. Yeah, like it was 2 days after my court date. I came. No one called me. I just knew I missed it, and I didn't have a ride. But I made sure to get up there because that's how I got my date reset the first time.
Looks like the booking date was the 12th, Judge, but I don't know. That's all I can see from my side.
That's when I came to 12. I've been here since.
Where did you come to?
Sorry?
Where did you go to? Did you turn yourself in the jail? Is that what you're saying?
Sir, I went to the Franklin Street, if I'm not mistaken, Franklin, 1200 Franklin, where all the court is at. Where I was supposed to go the first time. 1200 Franklin, if I'm not mistaken.
It was on Sunday though. Was it on over the weekend?
Honestly, I don't even remember what day. Oh, this time? Yes, sir. I can't.
Let me, you know what we could do is we could do this, is that if we're going to do this, you know how we do that release that we release to people?
Right.
Something like that. So we know that she gets to the P180 place. Where is it? Where did they do the interview? Do you know?
I guess because it's not like an inpatient facility, would it be different if it's?
Where does it happen? Do you know? Do you know where the interview happens, Josh?
I'm not sure like physically where it is, the P180. I'll check with the state though. Because I guess she wouldn't be released to that program. She'd just be released and have to.
Do you have a date already for it?
Sorry?
Do you have a date for it?
There's like a way to book it online, but they said that you have to send the contract, the PTI, P180 contract. So, which I think is what we have now. So I think we should be able to schedule it now.
Okay, so let's do this. Schedule it, get a date, and then I'll put a GPS monitor on her prior to release. I'm not going to do this again. You ever take off on me again, I swear on everything that's holy, that'll be the 5th time. Do you understand? So I'm not giving you a PR bond now to just wait, get a date. We'll set it for like the day before, and then we'll give her a PR bond with a GPS prior to release. The instruction is she goes directly to get the interview done, and then we'll go from there. But I'm not going to continue to play this game.
But I'm not playing a game, sir. It's been cold. Like, what do you expect? It's been 20 degrees, sir. 20 degrees. You know how hard that is to actually stay.
Your finger's so frozen that you can't make a phone call?
Sir, I just got the phone. That's what I'm telling you.
If you need resources, we can give it to you. If you need a phone, if you need a tablet, if you need food, we have resources to give you. But you take off, you don't call, you don't come to court. So what are we supposed to think? And we just can't keep, I've got 4 different times. I can't continue to do the same thing.
We'll get the schedule.
All right. Do it and we'll see. Okay. Sir, you are charged with 2 cases. You're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're also charged with failure to identify oneself, giving fictitious information. On the evading, you were facing up to a year in jail. And on your other case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 6, 2025, officers responded to an assault in progress in Harris County, Texas, and met with the complainant, who reported a young black male involved in an assault. The complainant identified the defendant, and the officers attempted to detain the defendant when the defendant fled when he saw the police. The officer pursued the defendant on foot, and the defendant was located by the officer after approximately 100 yards after attempting to enter another apartment. The officer instructed the defendant to surrender. The defendant then jumped down from a 2nd-story stairwell in an attempt to flee, and the defendant was then apprehended by the officer while the defendant continued to resist. Once detained, the officer attempted to obtain the defendant's date of birth and name. The defendant would not provide a date of birth and gave a false name. After multiple attempts, the defendant provided the requested information.
Okay. So was he the one that they were actively investigating?
Yes, he was identified by the complainant as being involved in an assault, and they tried to investigate, detain him for that assault.
What happened with that?
Let me see if there's any further information about that. So in regard to the original assault, it was determined that no assault occurred, but it was after further investigation.
Sure. Okay. Mr. Godfrey, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with both of your cases. How old are you, sir?
17.
What do you do for a living?
I'm searching for a job right now. I'm going to work at the warehouse.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
You need to.
Yes, sir.
You need to get back into high school.
So that's what I'm working on right now. We're working on putting me back in school. I'm getting back on track.
Who are you here with today?
My aunt, she's parking.
She's what?
She's parking. Like she's paying for parking right now.
Is that Aunt? Are you Aunt?
No, sir. She's downstairs. She ain't make it upstairs. I came up here. She's
I'm
looking
gonna
for a
give you a
parking
lawyer.
spot.
I'm gonna give you a lawyer today. I want you to get back in school, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. You have to graduate from high school. You will be in this life. Education is where it starts. If you don't have an education, at the minimum, a high school diploma, you're going to be making pennies to when everybody else is making dollars. Do you understand?
Sir.
So I'll give you a lawyer today. I'm going to have you talk to the lawyer. We're going to figure out how to get you back into school. I'm going to give you 2 to 3 weeks. And when you come back, I want you to show me that you've either enrolled into high school or you started working on your GED. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. No smoking weed. I'm going to test you. I want to make sure that you're not using as well. Do you understand? I'm sending you for a drug test now because I want to make sure that you're not using. Is that Aunt? No? Okay. So can you appoint him a lawyer, please? All right. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'm going to have you get with pretrial, and I'm going to have you go take a test. I'm going to have you come back, and then I'm going to have a lawyer when you come back. All right? Okay. Come up, Mr. Godfrey. Did he test positive for anything? For what? Mr. Godfrey, you know, this life is a journey. It's either a really great journey where you go on nice vacations, you buy nice cars, you buy nice clothes, or it can be a rotten, miserable of an existence where you never have money. You're constantly fighting with everyone because you got no money. You have no education, so you'll never get any money. You have no trade, so you'll never get a good job. It starts now while you were 17. It doesn't start when you're 32. Life, you start to build your life now because there's only one way that you're going to go. You're either going to go up or you're going to go down. make it a good life. And it starts with knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you get it with education. And I want to see you do it. So you're going to get back into school. And number two, I'm going to test you 45 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, life is not going to go well. Do you catch my drift? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring you back in about 2 to 3 weeks. I want to see what you have done to get either back into high school or to work on your GED. If you need help, we have resources that we can give you to help you get free GED classes. But if you've done nothing in the next 3 weeks, again, it's not going to go well. I want you to become someone, not another statistic in and out of custody, because you start doing things just to get money the wrong way. That's not the way to go through life. Who do you live with now? Your aunt. Okay.
She's here in the courtroom as well.
Great. Where is she? Come on up, ma'am.
I will say that when I mentioned to him that you have the resources for a GED, he told me that he wanted to enroll in a program at a school because it was important to him to quote walk across the stage.
That'd be great. She can come. That's fantastic. That's what you need to do. I'm telling you, the more schooling you have, the more money you're going to make in life. Ask him. Ask him how great it is having money. He's killing it. And I'm telling you, this is your business model right here. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for taking care of him.
Yes, sir.
No, we want to see the best in him. And
Right.
it starts with high school.
Yes, sir.
So what I did was I made it a condition of his bond.
Okay.
And I will give you anything that you need also. What I told him is he's not allowed to smoke weed.
Right.
He's going to be tested again in 45 days. If he tests positive, I'm going to put him in jail.
Okay.
By the midpoint, we've met desperate logistics, false names, and a judge who alternates between stern father and prosecutor. Promises of GED classes, drug tests, and a monitored release dangle like fragile bridges over 3 very different lives. What happens after the judge sets those conditions? Will the court scaffolding hold, or will one choice bring everything crashing down?
We have resources to give you. If you need a phone, if he needs a tablet, resources to get a GED, we can help you out and we can give you these things.
Okay.
So whatever you need.
Thing today to try to make it right.
Right. So the other thing is this, I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 in the morning when you're out. You understand? What would you like from me? Do you need anything from me? I can put a curfew on him.
I've read the simulation that you already have, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you ever need anything, you can always come back here. We're happy to help you with whatever you need.
Yes, sir.
We're going to weigh the cost on everything, so nothing's going to come out of your pocket for anything. Okay. And just good luck. Make me proud.
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking for much. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 13 days in jail with credit for the 21 days that you've done. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this. You can't change this. It's going to go on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes,
Is this what you want to do?
yes,
How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass? Guilty or not guilty?
not guilty. Wait, not guilty.
Are you not guilty of this offense?
Yes, yeah, not guilty.
Mr. Rubio, remember when he spoke?
Yeah, this is not guilty. Yeah,
Okay, I can't accept this if you're saying that you're not guilty. This is what we do here is if you're guilty of this offense, then you plead guilty or whatnot. But if you're not guilty, then we can't do this.
okay,
Remember what we talked about?
yeah,
If you're not guilty, then say not guilty, but if you're guilty,
What
then you can
hap-
take the plea.
What happened in
Okay.
this case?
So in this case, there was suspicious individual roaming the garage, and the witness, the Metro supervisor, stated she received multiple reports about an individual looking in the car windows and walking away when seen. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant was previously issued trespass warnings of the same property on August 14th, 2024 and August 27th, 2024. The defendant stated he had returned to park and ride because he has nowhere else to go.
So where was this location exactly?
A park and ride at 1030 West Grand Parkway.
Did you understand what they
Yes,
said?
yes,
Based on what he said, are you guilty or not guilty?
not guilty.
Okay. Can I talk?
Email?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Rubio. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna talk to you, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Send it like,
Yeah.
okay. Morning, Mr. Harris. Sir, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
This case on docket, or is it?
No, it's a walk-in.
May I get the cause number?
Yeah, it's 2-5. Go ahead.
And then after I said it, I need to pull it up. It's 254, counsel.
Mhm.
5144.
Thank you so much. On December 27th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a family disturbance call, and upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant's son, who stated that his parents were fighting. The officer met with the complainant, who was not cooperative, but stated that the defendant choked her, causing pain, and reported pressure of a 7 on a 1 to 10 scale. And then the officer then observed a large bruise on the complainant's arm. The complainant's son stated that the defendant had abused the complainant for a very long time, and that this is not the first time he has choked her.
Mr. Harris, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering in now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Ms. Pisana as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior, be in possession of a weapon, or go within 200 feet of the Buffalo Bend Drive address. Do you understand? If you violate this, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Okay,
I speak briefly.
please.
The state has had a chance to talk to the complaining witness this morning and on January 2nd, and the complaining witness spoke with officers at the time of the investigation and said that she did not want to press charges, that they had a dispute and that it was not, as talked about by everyone else. She was not saying to anyone that she was choked or anything else, and they spoke with her this morning. She only wants a protective order against violent communication between each other. They've been married for 7 years, together for 19 years. They were together as much as yesterday, Your Honor, and that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for resolution of the case. They have a home together, they live together, raise their children together. Mr. Harris has been employed at the same company doing construction work for the last 20 years. They're fighting a foreclosure on their home. Having him move out to try to find somewhere else to live would make them keeping their home impossible.
My only concern is the violence. And my major concern is the fact that we have here children that are exposed to and see continual violent behavior. You know, when a kid sees that, what happens? You know, that's a huge concern. We have, did the child say that this happened?
Said that it's not the first time.
Well, the son was not present at the incident. I think.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
So-
all I know is that a child telling an officer, hey, man, you know,
Officer son is 18, does not live in the residence, came to the residence as they were getting into it. So would not have been there, would not have saw interaction between them. But the facts will lay themselves out, and we'll look to that judge, but we are asking the court would consider that.
guys, what do you say? You heard the facts, right?
Yes.
He wants to have contact.
I just spoke with complainant and she requested no negative contact. I gave her the options of no negative or no contact altogether, and she said no negative.
So you think contact's okay?
I would defer to you, Your Honor, that's what she said, but No contact, the more restrictive is fine with us.
What scares me is that even, they're going through even a more stressful time. If their house is in foreclosure, it adds upon more stress. So we have these facts that are pretty bad. We've got more of a stressful situation happening now. The last thing I need or want is for anyone to end up on the news because someone does something rash that you can't recover from. The thing is that when you pick up these criminal cases, right, you've dug yourself a hole. You've dug yourself a hole, but the hole is not so deep that you can't get out of. Sometimes people dig themselves such a damn big hole they never get out of. It's continually on the news every single day. 90% of the people that you see in jail, because they don't have any self-control. They get upset, they wig out and do whatever the hell they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Because when stuff of this nature happens, it affects everyone. It's like a cancer. It radiates everywhere and affects everyone. And with the stressful things that are going on now, it scares me to allow contact because I don't want any further. I don't want anything worse to happen. I don't know. I don't know.
I understand, Judge. Mr. Harris has no criminal history. This is the first allegation. I know we hear in the office report about it happening in the past. We've never had any action with law enforcement in something like this. I don't have any doubts. I've known Mr. Harris and his father for many years now, and I don't expect anything to happen, but you're right. I can't stand before the court and say that. And Mr. Harris can do everything that he can do to ensure he's used coping techniques. We've talked about him since I've been representing him about leaving the scene. It's not in the report, Judge. There's some things that we have to deal with alcoholism within the home that he's trying as a husband to work through with his wife. So there's some things that need to be done, Judge, but he's been responsible.
That's the other thing I was going to say. I don't want you consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, you pick up a new case, I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to tell you now, I will do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who is in front of me. I don't care what gender, color, or your small farm animal. I don't care. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The problem is that, and what you need to understand, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I could care less what you think. It is what the other person perceives. So can conduct alone violate this? If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And they can land your butt in jail in a moment's notice. Do you understand?
Sir.
How long ago did this take place?
December 27th.
27th, so it's 2024, yeah,
So it's been a couple weeks already.
couple weeks already.
I will allow you to have contact, but no threatening or harassing contact. And I'm telling you now, between now and the next setting, I'm going to test you for drugs and alcohol. And if I find that you're using, I will lock you up. You have to imagine that if you're in jail and the bond is set at 10 to 20,000, if you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, you will be stuck like Chuck until this thing's over with. Do you understand?
Sir.
Self-control. We all get upset. I have 4 kids. They drive me up that freaking wall every single day. But if I try to beat them into submission, it only makes things worse. Because hell hath no fury like a scorned woman and a teenager who's out of control. And when they see that type of what's going on, it's okay. They think it's okay. It's not.
Understand.
All right. Okay. So you will be monitored by trial. No threatening or harassing. He can go back home for now. But if I hear anything else, I'm going to unleash. You understand?
Sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, will we be excused for him to get with pretrial on the pretrial bond?
Oh, yeah.
He's a bond set, and I'm hearing no up being signed.
No what?
No more.
No. The MOAP is going to be granted.
Okay.
I'm entering in the order for protection. Everything in that order is stuff that you shouldn't do anyways. The only thing I'm taking off is the residential restriction. Everything else stays. So if you make any threats, they're going to file another case on you. And I'm going to tell you, it's the capital murder of misdemeanors. You pick up a violation of protected order. Does he have any criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set bond at $100. I'll grant you a PR bond. It's the only one you're gonna get though. You understand? Okay, guys.
We
Got
stand.
it. You got it. Thanks.
The courtroom reads like a series of lives colliding under fluorescent lights, a weary Miss Young pleading logistical excuses, a young Mr. Godfrey confronting the consequences of running in false names, and Mr. Harris, a long-married man fighting to keep his family and home while officers investigate alleged violence. Each scene is short, raw, and vivid. Miss Young's freezing fingers and lost phone become symbols of instability. Godfrey's youth and the judge's stern, fatherly insistence on education feel like a crossroads. Harris's domestic crisis reveals economic strain, alcoholism in the home, and the terrifying possibility that a single rash act could destroy the family's fragile hold on their house. Conflicts are both legal and human. Miss Young babbles logistical invisibility. No car, no consistent phone number, the cold which the court interprets as avoidance. Her threat is not only jail but removal of trust. Godfrey's fight is internal, a 17-year-old caught on the cusp of adulthood, struggling with education and substance use, tempted toward crime or rescue through schooling. Harris embodies a quieter catastrophe, economic desperation, alcoholism in the home, and the terrifying possibility that a single rash act could destroy the family's fragile hold on their house. Betrayal appears in different forms: betrayal of trust by missed calls, by violent impulses that betray a family's safety, by choices that betray a youthful future. Redemption is offered but conditional. Education, testing, supervision, and resources are dangling lifelines that require follow-through. Emotional high points occur when the judge speaks directly to life outcomes. Education is where it starts, and when he warns of the radiating damage of violence, comparing it to cancer. These are moments that make the courtroom feel less like a sterile arena and more like an intervention in human lives. Key turning points are procedural but pivotal. The booking date confirmation that undermines Miss Young's excuses, the judge's insistence on scheduling and GPS monitoring before release, the ultimatum to Godfrey to enroll in high school or GED and submit to drug testing, and the matched protective order in Harris's case that allows limited contact but signals immediate consequences for violation. Each procedural call, bond set at $100, PR bonds, drug test, GPS, reads as both protection and restriction, signposting futures that might diverge dramatically. Viewed as a whole, the transcript is less about case law than about crossroads, the choices people make under pressure, and the institutions that try to steer them toward better paths. The courtroom becomes a crucible where small decisions determine life trajectories. A phone call missed in winter, a drug test failed, a protective order violated. The judge offers resources and warnings, holding out both the carrot of education and the stick of incarceration. The listener is left with a final heavy question. Will these thin lifelines be grasped, or will one misstep reveal a deeper descent now?